Hi, hello. For this video, I decided to try and do a voiceover. So, this is my character. His name is Matt, or Matthew, or Matthias, pick whichever you like. I am drawing in Procreate on iPad, and I'm using 6B pencil. This is a standard brush. I use it for sketching, and my sketch is basically my line art because I don't like doing line art, especially in digital. Like in traditional, I'm kind of okay with it, but in digital, I don't know. So as you can see, because I'm using it as line art, I'm cleaning up as I go. I'm erasing and drawing lines again and again until it feels right. I worked pretty zoomed out at first, and as I start coloring and working more on this piece, I will zoom in more and more. I tried to cut out every time I zoom out because I do it very often and it's annoying, but I do it so that I can see the picture as a whole. Overall, this artwork took me about 3 hours. So yeah, cutting it down to 20 minutes was a task, and I hope it's not as boring to watch. I'm pretty sure I won't be making a voiceover for the whole 20 minutes of this video because that's a lot and I have nothing to talk about. This character has no backstory. I didn't come up with anything for him. He's just there. He exists and looks like, well, he looks like a lot of things and a lot of characters. But yeah, basically I decided to try and create characters again because my old characters don't suit my taste anymore, and I wanted to change their whole story and designs. And when I was thinking about it, I was like, well, why change all that? It's easier to just create a whole new character, because if you change everything about the character, it's not them anymore. So what's the point of having them, right? Unfortunately, my brain is dead and I have nothing to give this character in terms of characteristics, backstory, lore, I don't know, some kind of relationships, etc. So for now, he's just there and I draw them. So now that I started coloring, you will notice that all the colors are kind of washed out. That's because, again, I'm recording with my phone and it doesn't pick up colors right. It's an old phone with a mediocre or even bad camera, I don't know. And the next problem is I could color grade it while editing this video, but unfortunately my laptop is ancient. It's so old, it has DVD port in it. And the next big problem with this laptop is that colors on the screen are always inaccurate. So I don't know what it will look like on normal screen. That's why I don't even risk color grading. My setup is pretty bad, but I still decided to do it because I don't know, I wanted to make a video mainly because I like watching other people's draw with me's. So at first I decided that lighting will be above his head. That's why I'm shading in this way, but you probably seen the thumbnail and it's gonna be from below. Later on I will change it. That's because I am very indecisive about everything all the time. So yeah, I couldn't make up my mind if this lighting is right for this picture, if he looks like himself, what accessories should I add, and etc, etc. But I tried to edit out all of my decision making because my decision making looks like just me staring at it for minutes at a time, doing absolutely nothing but just looking at my screen. Here I decided to open a reference of my own drawing of him. I decided that maybe it can help me capture his likeness better, but it really didn't. And I'm coloring with also a pretty standard brush for Procreate. It's called Eagle Hawk, which is a weird name for a brush, but it's okay. It's got a cool texture to it. I also use some other brushes that are very old. I don't know where I got them because these brushes are with me since like 2017 and I exported them from Photoshop to Procreate. I collected those brushes over many years from many artists, so I do not know who made which brush or what I'm using, but for the most part, I'm often using standard Procreate brushes. If you have Procreate or any other drawing program, there are probably tons of standard brushes that you have within the program, and my recommendation would be is to use those brushes because usually they are all pretty good and you will find the ones that you like without downloading anything new. Okay, so he has fangs and red eyes, but he's not a vampire. at least for now. I decided that he is not, I don't know, maybe I will change my mind later. But yeah, he's not a vampire. Red is just my favorite color, and I like when people have fangs. I think it's a nice feature to have. Yeah, so Procreate has this amazing feature called color balance. If you have colors that are all over the place, with a few clicks, you can bring your whole picture together. I also use a lot of Liquify at every stage, at sketching, at coloring, and till I finish this picture. I use Liquify, but I cut it all out because it's not interesting to watch. Okay, so here I'm using lasso tool to fill in the hair. It's easier that way. And again, for hair, I'm also using Eagle Hawk because it's got a nice texture and it suits his hair type, if that makes sense. He's got a fluffy, a little bit curly hair, and this texture is perfect for him. I also added the lower lash. I don't know why I draw lashes like that, but I just started doing it at some point and everybody kind of liked it. And I was like, yeah, sure, this is my thing now. I do that. Okay, so I drew his shirt and let's call it a necklace. Yeah, so I drew this belt on his neck that is now his necklace while I wasn't recording. But trust me, you didn't miss out on anything important. It's just there now. I draw hair with a brush that has a few streaks in it. A similar brush in Procreate is called Streaks, so you can find that and use it. It will be similar to this one I'm using. I don't know how well you can see it, but there is mint or turquoise color in his hair, even though it's violet or purple. Yeah, I decided to add this minty color. Now I'm pretty much finishing this picture, drawing details in his mustache and beard. Now you can see that I have different versions of this drawing with different backgrounds. I actually don't like the pink and yellow background, but I still decided to keep it. Yeah, so thank you for watching and bye!